Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today we're going to do part 2, which is calculating the mean median mode for group data. So the video before was discrete data. So this is for group data. So let's look at what group data is. So basically it's the opposite. Each individual data point is not known. It's very strange, right? Like, how do I calculate when I don't even know each of them? What's the value? So that's why this is group data. So you can see that as an example, this table, it looks very similar to a frequency table, but you notice that this part here is not quite the same. It used to be a certain number, let's say 1, 2, or 3, but now we are looking at from 0 to 2, which means there's one student whose subject pass is 0 to 2. Now for this one student, did he pass 0, 1, or 2? I'm not very sure. It's not known, but all I know is he passed between 0 to 2. Same thing for these 4 students. They pass between 2 to 4 inclusive. So 2 is not included, 2 is over here. So it's either 2, in fact 3 to 4, because it cannot be a decimal in this case. So it's either 3 or 4. But for each of them, is it 3 or 4? Is a mixture? I'm not sure. All I know is all 4 of them scored between 2 and 4. So that is how the nature of group data is. So you ask the question, then how on earth do we calculate the average or the mean? Because we do not know their numbers. So what we do is we can only estimate. You can see that the word estimate is very clear because we do not know exactly what each of them, how many subjects they pass. So we have to estimate. So what is a reasonable estimation? So between 0 and 2, if I have to estimate, I do the middle. So between 0 and 2 is 1. We call this the mid value. So within all this range, I extract the mid value. So you see here is 1, 2, between 2 and 4, 3, between 4 and 6, 5, between 6 and 7, 6 and 8, 7. So I assume that everybody within here is 3. It may be more, maybe less, but on average, using the mid value, the middle value is reasonable, and that's it. So that's the only difference between group and discrete data. For group data, we take the middle value and assume that everybody in this box has this number here. Okay, and that's the only difference. Other than that, it's exactly the same. So once I identify all the mid value, I get 1% pass 1 here, 4% pass 3 here, 2% pass 5 here, and so on. And then I divide by the total number of students over here, and then I do it normally. So next, let's do mode first. So mode, again, they will ask you which interval is the mode, because we do not know each of them. So if you just take a look, obviously this is the interval that happens the most number of times. This is 4. The rest all got less than 4. But that doesn't mean the mode is 3, because for these 4, all of them could have been 4, or all of them could have been 3. We don't know, but we know that this interval definitely happened the most number of times. That's why the answer is the entire interval. See, 2 to 4 here. This is the interval. Okay, so for interval of median, it's the same concept. Where does the middle number sit in? So how many total are there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total there are 8 students here. That's why again I like to draw 4, 4. So I'm looking at 4th and 5th divided by 2. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 4th and 5th both happen to be here. That's why the interval has to be this one. So that's how you count the median. Which box is the median number in? Okay, next. So we look at another form of group data, histogram. So this histogram is also group data, because this 4 over here is how many students, right? But what's their time? Their time ranges from 0 to 1. We do not know these 4 students, what's their timing. It could be all 0, could be all 1. So we assume the middle. So between 0 and 1, 0.5. Between 1 and 2, 1.5, and so on. So we are doing the same technique here. So that's why when we calculate the mean, we are looking at 4 students, each of them 0.5. So 4 students, each of them 0.5. 8 students, each of them 1.8 here. And then of course divide by total, and so on. So for mode, same thing. Which bar is the highest? This bar over here is the highest. That's why 2 to 3 is the answer, because this column has the most number of students. And then same thing for median. So median, how many students are there? Let's count. So from here is 4, 8, 10, 7 and 6. So the total is 35. So there are 35 students. I do it like this: 17 plus 1. So the 18% is the median. So what I do is I count. Starting from here, I got 4. When I reach here, I'm at 12. So, and there's 10 more here. So the 18% must be after this box, and hence the 10% must be within here. That's why the interval 2 to 3 has to be where the median is. So that's how you do it for group data. Hope you've learned something new. Thank you and bye-bye.